Aloha world. Welcome to another installment of Ashley Talks while she raps. I'm going to be using copper, and someone gave me this. Shout out to her. She told me that she was going to use the bathroom, and I was just saying hi and what have you, and she was like, it flew off, and Spirit was like, it's meant for you. And I'm like, okay, bells breaks bells, that's what she said, and that's something I've heard before. And so I see these two little like notches here, and then I wanted to put a piece of aquamarine in the center because I feel like it would make a cool piece. And bells do break spells, and this is fucking the time to be breaking spells, let me tell you what. I was gonna add some like rose quartz and some other things, but I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just keep it simple because simplicity is the highest form of elegance, and I'm a firm believer in that. So I'm just gonna use copper wire and do this, but I wanted to touch base on something that I like have been sitting with, right? And it's like, you know, our internal reality reflects in our external reality. And it's so trippy sometimes. And often we could be like, man, what's going on internally, bro? If I'm feeling this way because goddamn. Or whatever situation I'm attracting. But I am just, I'm learning here in my daily day to pray. And I'm like not religious. I've never really been religious. I've actively shunned religion because my indigenous ancestors basically were raped and pillaged with the excuse of religion, I will say. You know, like they're like missionaries, oh, like we have to make these brown people believe in whatever we believe. I digress. I don't want to get into all that. That's like a whole other thing. But anyway, I've just been really actively like not into religion. And for me, I'm realizing that prayer has nothing to do with religion. It's just organized whatever. That's like a totally separate thing than like I'm just twisting to make this very thin wire into thicker wire. But yeah, you don't necessarily have to be religious to pray. You just have to trust in something higher than yourself. And like, you know, at times the universe really be making us put our faith in its hands because that's kind of how we co-create. But I wanted to also just be like, you know, our pray, like, just pray. That's one thing. And then the second thing is, like, we are vibrational matches to the people that end up in our lives, you know? So if you don't like something in somebody, or if someone's like fucking irritating you, then you gotta like look at that in yourself. And also recognize that like if people think that you can't do something, or when you say I can do anything because you can do anything, and people are like, well, like people say that, but like they don't really mean it. And I'm like, no, but I really can do anything. Like I'm an intelligent human being, and I grasp things very quickly, which we all do to some capacity. I'm a manifesting generator, so I'm just like, give me 10 projects to work on, you know? But yeah, subconsciously, maybe you don't believe you can do everything, because I've had that reiterated to me. They're like, oh yeah, she's like, what does she know? You know, she can't do anything. I'm like, bro, yeah, I can. And I mean, there's no convincing anybody though, right? It's like, you really can't. If somebody has a predisposed idea of you, they'd be like, wow, you really changed my mind. Wow. But like, then you go into this whole like, I gotta prove myself, and like, you don't gotta prove shit to anyone. And if people don't believe that you can do whatever it is that you're setting out to do, that's their loss, not yours. Because when you're fucking making millions, they're gonna come back to you and be like, oh, like, or actually, they'll probably be silent because they're gonna know they were fucking stupid and they fucked up. And honestly, money isn't a measure of success anyway, but that's all, yeah, it's fucking, you know what I mean? Like, we're all just trying to make it in these wild times. And I personally, I like need to get over this concept of money and shit. It's like, yes, money is an important tool, but it's slowly becoming obsolete. And I don't really want to invest in cryptocurrency because it's just, it's not really backed by anything. Like, it's just numbers on a screen. You know, like, that's pretty much what all money is, to be honest, but it's like just made up shit, you know? It's like one day all computers could go down and everyone's reset to zero, and then what the fuck would people do? They'd just lose their fucking minds, you know? But if you're a skilled person, and, you know, a lot of people don't put, what is it? What am I trying to say? A lot of people don't put enough weight on the arts, but it's, the artists are the future, bro. I'm just saying. Like, you're gonna, what is a carpenter? An artist. What is a fucking, someone who works with crystals? What is a healer? A healer is definitely an artist. It's the art of working energy through your body. So, no matter what, you're gonna need those people. And I think that's the age we're stepping into. And I'm excited because it's finally time for my ass to shine. Like, I've been, you know, I've been on such the opposite spectrum for most of my life of really trying to, even now, I'm like hermiting in my art studio, just fucking like making art, doing the thing. But as artists, we really should, I think, come together and collaborate, because the coolest things are made when there's more than one person involved. And like Banksy, bless his creative heart, super inspiring to me. As I don't even do graffiti like that, but he's just a cool dude. But he has a whole team that like helps him. It's not just Banksy. Like, no, you know what I mean? And so when we encourage spaces where there's like art collectives and like straight up community pieces of artwork, it's really powerful. It's like when we come together as community, you know, we really do make some crazy cool shit happen. And like, these are times where I'm like, you know, I want to isolate myself because these are fucking weird times, but also that's like slipping back into comfortable things, you know, because I was an only child. It was really easy for me to not go outside and like just stay on the computer or do whatever it is that I did with my time, which is make art, and it's totally useful. But like, I really want to encourage people to expand and do more stuff, like, you know, and collaborations and commissions. And I've been letting go of a lot of self-limiting beliefs about myself and my situation, because God is with me and God is listening to my prayers. I swear to God. I swear. But I forgot where I was going with that. It's alright. Kind of in the focus now. But yeah, I'll pick back up on it, or maybe some moments of silence while I twist the rest of this. A new topic will happen. I'm already on 9 minutes. Talking for 9 minutes. Let me take a break. Just keep going. as an air sign, I feel like I have so much to say all the fucking time. Geminis, Aquarius, shout out to the air tribe. Airbenders! But we're all avatars. Like Avatar the Last Airbender. We all got all the elements. See? I don't stop talking. But it's okay. I quite like that about myself because it allows me to move through a lot, and sometimes I can get in these really like self-defeating patterns. Like yesterday, I was fucked up. I was going through it. I was just like spinning, you know? But I got more rest. Woke up. Oh, made some dang food. And then started making art. And the beautiful thing about art is you don't need words. Sometimes words are nice in art. I'm a writer and such, but sometimes it's, yeah. So this is it. You can't really see it, but that's okay. And it's not perfect, but as my favorite show, Steven Universe, said, if every pork chop were perfect, we wouldn't have hot dogs. I don't eat hot dogs, but it's still a good statement. You know? I'm making a little loop. Putting here this little aquamarine. I think it's I'm definitely right. And then, oh, maybe I shouldn't have. Alright, yeah. I usually just make it a certain way, but I gotta put it through the little loopies first. The little loopies. Normally I just carry this on my backpack, but I saw this really cool guy who's like a shaman, and he wears bells around his neck. And I'm like, that just sounds like a good idea, especially because my other necklaces are occupied at the moment. I forgot them somewhere. So I'm just gonna make myself a new necklace for now until I get the other ones. And what I did is I just wrapped that around there, and I'm gonna wear it like that. And it is gonna be awesome. And that's that. I could do this in like speed form, but then it's like you don't even really get the full picture, and also I like to talk, so this is just how it's gonna be. And I could do some cool like flower of life or tree of life or whatever the fuck kind of thing, but like I said, I really just want to keep it super simple because I don't know, like recently I've just been simplifying everything, you know? Kind of got to. In these times, declutter and let go. So I say, I'm just in this mode of letting go of everything that is no longer serving in my path, you know? It's like whether it's habits or people or resentment, you know? Like, I don't want to hold on to that shit. I'm just trying to like be my most high version. And that involves letting go of all that and being as light as a feather. Oh God. Kind of tangled. It's alright. It's gonna work out. Feel it. Feel it in the bones. Maybe. Alright. Never mind. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna do this. Yep. See, like I already talked to myself anyway. I might as well try and like talk to other people so I don't feel as crazy. I'm like, no, I am, but it's fine because, you know, we're all a little bit loco in our cocoa. And the more we embrace that coco loco-ness, like, honestly, the more we attract people who don't make us feel like we're loco in our cocoa. You know, there's more people out there who are just like, yeah, I totally get it. This is some fucking wild times, bro. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm not alone in this. Okay, cool. Not that being alone is a bad thing, but like, feeling alone is kind of suckish. And when you self-isolate, you definitely, obviously, can feel that way. Like, you're intentionally isolating yourself, but it's okay. Like, there's a time and place for everything, you know. There's a time for being social, there's a time for self-isolation, and it's all valid, and it's all part of the one thing. That is the thing. Do the thing! Sorry, I just watched Legend of Korra after watching Avatar The Last Airbender, so I'm kind of on that wagon of like... So I mentioned Airbenders. And Avatar. I've never done this before, so if it looks weird, it's alright. It's part of the process. Haha. Alright. Sometimes you just gotta weave and we shall. Wow. Alright, this looks pretty cool. Like, alright, I'm working on it. Just wanna... Alright. Now it's time for the twos. For the tools. Speaking accents sometimes because why not? Oh, bam. Solid. Okay. Sweet. Just gonna open it up a bit. Kind of funky, but you know. Here, let's do some cool twisty stuff. Tighten it up. I liked it better with the straight lines. Alright, it's fine. Well, so that's what it looks like. I don't like it, so what I'm gonna do is chop off some stuff and tie it to some other stuff and then have that look cool. Cause yeah. Does anyone know how to properly like oil these things? Because I live in a tropical climate and they like to rust and not work properly. Oh shit. looking cooler. There we go. Looks a little better. Well, this was an experiment, you know. Like I said, if every pork chop were perfect, we wouldn't have hot dogs. Yeah, it's alright.